For those of you who pick your viewing content blindfolded, you're listening to Nat One Heroes, a story-driven tabletop role-playing group. I'm Jonathan, and I'm the Dungeon Master, which means I own majority control of a shared fiction that I tell with my 3 players. Aisla plays the acrobatic fighter Ruin, Mikey plays the reclusive druid Zermos, and Jen plays the tragic cleric Revenant. Together, we're working to tell a story here, and that story begins with people taking a look around and thinking of what happened last time. So, Ruin carefully writes a letter to her mother, briefly talking about the events that have happened since she last messaged her, and carefully avoiding key events that terrified her. She makes sure to tell her mother all about the wonderful sights she's seeing, and all about the wonderful spices and foods she is getting to try. And she is very careful to not include the key detail of a prophecy given to her by a woman who she thought was completely normal, foretelling the end of the world. It is most certainly not included in any of the letters. And further away, there's a druid with antlers carefully surveying the site of a newly planted forest. A forest that has formed itself in a cavity in the earth that he has no explanation for where it used to be. And we have a cleric sleeping peacefully with a living dead rat, the skeleton of a rat just curled up underneath their chin. Who'd like to start us off?
I'll start us off.
Okay.
Why not?
That night, there's music, and there's the roaring and bustling of the crowd in the giant big top of Mr. Big's Big Top Circus. And in the center of the tent is a cage. And in the cage is a woman dressed in a bright and shining cloak, standing up against a feathered and furred creature twice her size.
Oh, goodness.
Ruin, what does it look like for you to wrestle an owlbear?
Well, I do have a lot of skill in that, so I'll be pretty lucky. However, and obviously it has to be very dramatic. So we step in towards the owlbear, because as you know, you don't want to actually let them get control by being able to swipe at you with their claws. So I step in like you do with alligators, and I put my head down and I grab it around, and I kind of like wrestle it, putting on a show. It
screeches and flails.
Yeah, they don't like that. That's why I do it.
Yeah, but this is Samantha. Samantha knows you. Samantha trusts you. And you always have gotten the feeling that Samantha has always cared about the crowd too, and she's selling it as best she can. You can tell she's like squirming herself to make it look like you're much stronger than she is, despite the fact that she could smear the floor with you.
Shh. Why are you telling everyone my secrets? Fine. Okay. It's all for show. However, because I have this amazing cloak that adds to the flourish of all of it, I kind of use my dazzling cloak to make it feel even more impressive with the swirl as I've got my arms around her and I'm like, and I try to pretend I can lift her up, which I know I can't, but I really look like I'm going to, and the cloak almost makes it look, because of its illusionary powers, like I have managed to lift this incredibly large, dense bear up. And the crowd must cheer for that.
Ruin, roll me a perception check.
Uh-oh.
Go ahead and tell me what it is.
17. We like it, so I don't want to roll it again.
Samantha is actually standing up on her tiptoes and kind of arching her back to help with the illusion.
She's good.
She is a very good owlbear.
It's nice to have someone that can speak your language even when you're not talking.
Revenant, roll me a perception check.
Oh no, that's a nat one. Starting off great.
This is the most amazing wrestling you have ever seen in your life. Holy fucking shit. She is lifting up an owlbear. You have never seen anyone do this.
I think my amazement comes from the fact that I've never seen an owlbear before. I've only read about them, so I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, and Lady Falwell, who invited you to this thing, is also applauding. It is also the most amazing thing she has ever seen. Like, she's patting you on the shoulder and pointing, and like her bag of roasted nuts is spilling on the ground, and she's barely even noticing that. It's just amazing. Okay, so Ruin, how's the rest of this go down?
Can I slip through the bars at the top of the cage? Are they open?
You could.
Okay. I have a big finish in mind when we get there.
Okay, how's the rest of it go down?
Oh, okay. So now we're doing this illusion, and obviously the crowd's going wild, but I know we can't handle that for too long. And I don't really want to be in here all that long. So I'm gonna drop her down, and then I'm gonna use my hands and grab onto the her shoulders and kind of climb up her and scurry so that I'm on her shoulders, and then pull myself up through the bars and then somersault off the cage.
You do all this because you've practiced this?
Oh, absolutely.
Are you somersaulting off the cage, out of the cage, or what?
No, I'm pulling myself up through the bars at the top so that I'm standing on it, and then I'll somersault off the cage after I get on top of the cage. And Samantha knows to look angry at me, like pretend she's trying to grab me, and then
Oh yeah, she's doing all this.
Yeah.
Okay, how's it finish? What's your finisher?
Yeah, no, I do that somersault off, and then bow, whoosh, in my cloak, and then whoosh. Well, Samantha yells in frustration as a bear.
Okay, a curtain closes up around the entire thing to where nobody can see what's going on. And the trap door at the bottom of the cage opens up, and Mrs. Biggs just waves you really quick.
Yep, I ran back in, hop down.
Okay, and Samantha follows right behind you, and Mrs. Biggs closes the little hatch, and the curtain opens back up. And Revenant, there's no longer anybody in the cage.
Hey, that happens.
I don't know, but the crowd seems to love it. They're just cheering and applauding. You see Mr. Fisher has finally taken a night off. He's really enjoying it. This is probably the first night off he's taken in like 50 years. You've never known him to ever take any time off work. But you also know there's significantly less work.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Kind of makes sense. Well, I think this was certainly a welcome distraction. Oh, goodness, though, what time is it? It'd be like 4 a.m., wouldn't it? How'd they keep our attention on this long? Revenant, I think we should start walking back.
Yeah, might be time to call it a night. Yeah, I'm just. How'd she lift it? How did she lift it?
I don't know. It was incredible. It was amazing.
Twice the size of it. Oh,
at least, probably 4 times the weight. I don't know how big those things get, but damn, she's strong.
Yeah, I've read about it, but yeah, let's head back.
Okay, you start heading back. Isola, you get to the end of the tunnel. Ruin gets to the end of the tunnel, and Mr. Biggs is waiting for you, and he hands you a change of clothes. I need you to go into town tonight. One of the carriages threw a wheel. I need you to go and find me a cartwright, find me a wheelwright, find me somebody who can repair it. It's too much for me right now. I don't have any wood on hand that I could possibly do this with. Can you do that for me, Ruin?
Did you love the show?
I always love the show.
You didn't even watch it. I'm going to change we're circus performers. I'm going to change while he's doing it,
he turns around immediately.
Yeah, I do love his modesty. It's so funny. He's been in the circus forever.
Mrs. Biggs is laughing her ass off.
I exchange a look with her, like, your husband's so cute. Sure,
Yes,
Mr.
yes.
Biggs, no problem. I'll just do a show and then run into town. Luckily, I know you're going to give me a big bonus for this, so thank you so much. And I nip off before he can respond.
And you don't hear this, but he looks to his wife, and he says, you think she means like an extra bowl of soup, or? I think she means an extra bowl of soup.
That's why I didn't stay, because I would have to hurt him if he made that comment right to my face.
Yes.
Head out towards town.
Mm-hmm. All right. And on your way, you end up traveling behind some people, some incredibly frustrated people who are just looking ahead of them and just really super pissed off because of how slow it seems to go. The roads surrounding Mine Top are very narrow and winding. And if you say got a cart on them, anybody behind that cart would be limited to the speed of the animal that was pulling that cart. So for example, if it was a slow-paced donkey, being led by somebody who had no experience moving a donkey uphill or anything like that, and who really enjoyed a leisurely pace, you'd end up with some incredibly frustrated people.
What are they saying?
What an inconsiderate jackass.
I'll comment.
Zermos, you are hearing people muttering angrily behind you as you are walking at 5 a.m. at the ass crack of dawn. In the hopes that you would have avoided everybody, you deliberately chose this time so that you wouldn't interfere with anybody, and now they're like super irritated with you.
Exactly. He left so that he knew the donkey would struggle up such a steep and narrow path. The donkey can only go as fast as, guess how many? One donkey can travel. And that is the speed in which he is traveling. Why are you out at this hour? You are so angry with us, but again, I ask you why you are out. Not why am I out, why are you out? Pay no attention to them.
Am I in this stream?
You are hearing this screaming. You are in this crowd.
Oh, you slow cretin. Come on, mate. We're trying to get home.
If you have any ideas to motivate a donkey, then by all means, but he is trying, and that is good enough for me.
Do I know any ways to motivate a donkey? I read a lot.
No, you don't. Donkey motivation has never come up in any of your studies.
I for sure know ways to motivate a donkey. I will if I hear Zuma say that, I will totally help him motivate his donkey.
You heard that. Okay. So, Ruin, what are you doing?
How far behind am I? Can I get past the people in front of me without knocking them over? Okay. Well, I'll weave my way through the crowd. And Zermos, or I don't know your name, so hello, stranger.
Well met.
I am here to cheerfully offer my assistance in motivating your donkey.
Well, I would appreciate some assistance, but if you could shut up everyone behind me, that would also be great. They have been moaning for the better part of an hour.
I can for sure shut everyone up, but let's try motivating the donkey first. It's less problematic. When I shut people up, they don't like it.
If you look at the cart, it's very heavy. I have no idea why they did not make this a lower grade hill, but they chose to make it steep on purpose.
All right, I'm just gonna ignore him and go see if I can help the donkey feel safer, or a little bit examine his setup to see if he's actually got leads that he needs. Is he being reined in somehow?
You look at it, and given the load this donkey is carrying, he's actually booking it pretty hard. This guy is carrying trees. He is carrying small trees in bags of pine straw.
Why'd you overload your donkey like this? Have you no
Why
heart?
is the road so steep? Why is the road so steep?
You have way too much stuff here for this poor little creature.
By the way, Revenant, were you listening in on this conversation? You actually know the reason the roads are so steep. The roads were actually not graded. They just took advantage of the natural grading of the surrounding areas. And the original trailblazers of the area just cut down the trees on the path that people were most willing to use and just put some stones down and called it good. This isn't intentionally this way. The main roads were actually paved. These roads are just dirt and stone, just with trees carved away from them. You're in a very forested area. It's actually really hard. There are roots crisscrossing all over there. This is not great country for a donkey. And you're pretty sure that's the reason the circus was set up that far away from town.
What kind of blowguard brings a goddamn donkey into Montauk? What is this? What are you doing?
Do you suggest that I leave my animal and all of my cargo at the bottom of this ridiculous hill? And this is a crap town with a crap hill, and you know it. You know it.
Is it possible for us to pull the donkey over to the side a little bit so that people can just get past him? Does he have to hog the whole road up?
There's actually a small clearing about 500 feet ahead.
Why don't we just let
capable of pushing? Why don't you just help push? All of you complainers, come help push.
That's unreasonable.
I'm gonna come help push.
The donkey's tired, right?
I'm gonna come help push.
Thank you, small friend. Thank you.
Okay, this little 3-foot gnome just throws himself up against the cart. Ruin, you recognize this cart.
I recognize the cart?
And the donkey, actually, now that you think about it.
Were they the Jeffreys?
Johnny Two Pints had bought this cart and donkey for what he called courtship reasons.
Are you dating Johnny Two Pints? Do you have a special relationship with him?
First of all, I don't even know you. Who are you?
I'm so sorry. I'm Ruin, and I'll use a little flourish.
Nice.
I come from the circus.
Well met, Ruin.
Well met.
Yes.
And you are?
I am none of your business, and my
what an
relationship
interesting
with Johnny
name,
Two
none of
Pints
ya. Can I call
is
you none of
also
you? None of you. None of you. How about we pull the cart over in this clearing so people can get past you? You don't have
small
to be
thing,
rude.
small person helping. Do not push any further. I want this to take as long as possible. And I go and sit on
I'm
the
gonna
cart.
go whisper to the donkey and see if I can encourage her to just move over to the side. I have a way with animals.
Roll me an animal
And
handling
none
check.
of you. How do you know 2 pints? 16.
The donkey actually speeds up a little bit to the clearing. But Zermos, were you going to answer
Did you want me
the
to
question?
roll?
Yeah, my boss is trying to get back at him. Just move the donkey.
Which I
What's
missed
your
it, sorry.
relationship with Johnny? Are you guys dating?
No, we are not dating.
He bought this cart for courtship.
Well, he said it was for your Johnny, you old dog. I am Zermos. I'm from the basin. I encountered the largest warg.
You're from the town of assholes.
Yeah,
Well, you know
he
what?
said
And your
you're
mother's
from-
from. Okay.
Asshole.
Hey, stop it!
I thought you were helping, and you're on their side now. What? Listen.
All right, and you guys get to the clearing.
All right, I'm gonna encourage the donkey to pull over and stop.
Yes, I helped him out. I relieved him of his literal walking bullseye that he was walking around my forest in. So I relieved him of it, and now I'm on a bit of a quest. And now I will get out. I'm moving out of all of your ways so you can go up there and be useless. Go on. Make something of yourselves.
Okay, while she's passing by, Lady Falwell leans down. Not even leans down. She has to, like, fold over to whisper into your ear. Revenant, could you make sure this dumbass gets to wherever it is he's going so he can be out of our hair?
Yeah, my thoughts exactly. Forest people, you never know what they're up to. I'll make sure he's out of here.
Oh, all right, thank you. And she continues on.
Can I hear that?
Roll me perception, I guess.
That is a natty 16, and you said perception? That is a 19.
Yeah, you hear it. You hear it.
I don't think I'm particularly trying to be quiet, to be fair. You are being kind of an asshole.
No. Lady Falwell was not trying to be quiet.
Tieflings usually are used to people speaking under their breath about them, so he kept in. As soon as he saw her approach you, he kind of was like, "Oh, what is this now?"
Yeah, you heard it.
Let the leaves fall where they may.
What does it even mean?
So can I look for like some alfalfa or something in the clearing to feed to the donkey as I like scritch its ears and tell it what a great little donkey it is?
You don't really see anything right away.
And don't scritch him.
bummer.
He's allergic to scritches.
He is responding quite well to the scratches.
He's actually responded quite well. You don't know your donkey.
It's not my.
Yeah,
Well, he
you
is
know
my
your
donkey, but he's not mine per se. I did not choose him. He was the only.
He's your boyfriend's donkey.
Listen,
I get it. You don't have to be embarrassed. Johnny 2 Points is
if
a
I've come
fine-looking
between
man.
something between you and old Double Pint, I mean, you guys can have that out later.
Oh, the donkey and I are definitely friends, but I would never come between a courtship gift and the recipient. I don't want to cause any problems for you with your boyfriend.
Am I still here? Can I hear all of this?
You can hear all this. It's super awkward. Like,
Oh, yeah.
you're not
Wait,
sure what you
what?
just walked into.
First of all, how do I have Johnny 2 Pints? Then again, everybody knows Johnny 2 Pints.
Everybody knows Johnny 2 Points.
Second
Have
of
you
all,
drunk beer with him?
there's a great story with it. Second of all, which one of you is the one that's marrying Johnny? So I could give you a list
guy,
of things
Zermos.
to look out for. Okay, Zermos. Right.
No, mind your
Man.
accusations, tainted woman.
Now, the Montop Tavern. Don't ever take Johnny to the Montop
It's a
Tavern.
statement of fact. Johnny got this as a gift for courtship. Are you
I am a
rejecting
man
his
of
gift?
knowledge. Your personal
really rude.
relationships are not my concern.
I'm
I
not the one in
have come to
relationship
the
with
fore-
Johnny. That's you.
And during this argument, you hear pained screaming off in the distance.
What the fuck was that?
Do we recognize it? Does it sound like something we know? Is it human, animal, tiefling?
It sounds like a man screaming in pain.
Can we tell which direction it's coming from?
You can tell exactly what direction it's coming from. It's further off the road.
I'm booking it.
Well, let's go check it out. Yeah. I'm going to make sure the donkey's lead is like tied down so it won't run off.
There's no need to tie that down. He only moves 1 mile a day. It's fine. We'll be able to catch up to him.
You clearly do not know your
I'm
donkey.
gonna turn to Lady Fallout.
Lady Falwell's long gone.
Oh shit! Really?
She left you in the dust. She was not staying for this crap.
All right. So, well, I mean, I'm supposed to follow him out, right?
Yep.
So I'm gonna follow him to whichever direction he ends up going.
Okay.
I'm heading off with him.
You all find your way to a riverbank, and at this riverbank is a tent that isn't all the way up at the moment. And it's kind of shambling. And in front of this tent are 3 goblins who have a man held at spear point with blood running down his face. A one-armed man just on the ground in front of them. 2 of them have spears, 1 of them has a bow.
I call out
What
to
are you
them.
doing?
I call out to them.
You speak goblin, right?
I do. Hold your weapons and talk to me. What has the Longshanks done?
I don't know how to hold on to my weapon any more than I'm already holding on to.
Well, don't use the weapon on him. What has he done?
This is a weapon. That's what it's for.
Yeah, but don't do it. Don't do anything with it. Actually, put it down. Put down the weapon.
No.
Well, then tell me what you're doing with him.
We're holding him still so we can steal his tent.
I'm
It's
going
a
to
nice
step in
tent.
and attack a goblin. I'm going to take my trident and
Okay.
just sweep his leg.
Roll initiative.
I'm done with this talking
Roll initiative,
shit.
everyone.
Mikey over here trying to be diplomatic.
Yeah, it's hard to do that with me around. Sorry. 12.
Actually, I like that. I like that he's doing that.
Me too. That's not going to help.
Okay,
Sorry.
Mikey, what'd you get?
15. 13 plus
All
2.
right.
I got a 12.
Okay.
Quick to run, but slow of foot.
All right.
It sounds like a great aphorism.
And what did Revenant get?
21.
Oh my goodness. Amazing. It's because you're little.
Okay.
Yeah, quick reflexes.
Revenant's going first. What's he doing?
Okay. So what's the closest goblin to me? Is there any
Goblin with a bow just in front of the tent, away from the fire.
How far away are we talking about?
Let's see now. 2.5, 15. 35 feet.
Fuck. Okay, so I'm gonna cast Chill Touch on that goblin.
Okay. Could you read off the description of Chill Touch?
Yeah. You create a ghostly skeletal hand in the space of a creature within range. Make a ranged spell attack against that creature to assail it with the Chill of the Grave. On a hit, the target takes 1d8 necrotic damage and it can't regain hit points until the start of your next turn. Until then,
Okay.
that's basically it.
Roll for the attack.
Alrighty then. 16.
You hit. Roll for damage.
6.
Tell me how this happens, because it's dead.
So I reach out a hand and then I start squeezing like I'm choking the goblin, and a skeletal hand forms around the neck of the goblin and then squeezes and then just drops it.
All right. So Revenant just went. Zarmos is at the next in initiative.
Okay, Zermo's time. How far away am I from the slashy goblins, the pokey goblins?
You can make yourself, because you got 30 feet of movement there, at least. You can make into attacking distance of a goblin with a spear.
I want to do that. I'm gonna go move to attack him.
All
You
right.
said he has a
You
spear
use
on
move
bow.
action. He has a spear.
Spear on spear. Then I'm gonna go two-handed with my favorite spear. It's my favorite because it's my only one. Spear him in
What
the
odds are we
face.
giving Mike on that one?
Ha ha. That is a 13 plus what? Where's my 3? Yeah, 16.
Okay, roll for damage.
I need a d6. 1. Fuck. Curse me. 2 points of damage.
So were you stabbing or slashing?
Slashing
Okay.
or stabbing. I don't know. Which
tip
one was
of
it?
your spear drags across the chest of this goblin, drawing blood and drawing it deep, but it doesn't kill him.
Careful, everyone.
Yeah.
This one is especially tough.
And he locks eyes with you and attacks back. What does an 18 do to you?
18 is a hit.
All right. So, how do you deal with 6 damage?
That hurts.
Like crying.
Okay, but you're still standing, I imagine.
Oh, I'm very tough.
All right. He makes a point of slashing your chest in the exact same manner you slashed his.
Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. I will see you in 6 seconds.
Yes, and the nimble little bastard uses a bonus action to disengage and step away from you.
Ah, you coward!
And from there, he hides behind the tent. It is now Ruin's turn.
All right, I'm gonna go towards the yellow guy. It's on the edge of the tent. Unlike my bloodthirsty companions here, I am not attempting to kill these little creatures, despite their heinous act, but rather simply to render them incapable of harming and stealing this tent. So I am attempting to swipe their legs out from underneath them with my trident.
You're going for non-lethal damage.
Yeah,
Okay, what's your movement speed?
30.
All right, so 5, 10, 15, 22 and a half, 30. And what's your reach on the trident?
I don't know. I mean, it's big. I would say it goes at least through 5 feet.
You are about 10 feet away from them.
That doesn't work for me.
Yeah, it doesn't.
How does that help me at all? I don't even know.
It does not.
So I'm gonna run up as if I was gonna do that, but then not be able to do it. I guess if I can't attack them, I'm just gonna run up close, like a square away, ready to do so next turn.
Okay.
And you can see the frustration on my face that I don't get to do my cool sweeping action, but it's all right. I'll be all right.
All right, that goblin's turn is used to run away.
Oh my gosh! So disappointing. Fine.
I told you they were cowards.
Well, you were right about one thing tonight. You should celebrate.
All right, and you see why the tent was so busy rocking. There were 2 goblins inside trying to ransack everything that was inside the tent while they were trying to steal the tent, and they pop out of the tent flaps.
I'm gonna taunt them.
Okay, and you'll have to wait until your turn for that. Revenant, it is your turn.
Zermos, how are you looking? Like health-wise?
6 was almost a third, so not the best, but I got a couple of rounds in me.
Okay, so I'm going to chill touch another goblin.
What's the distance on chill touch?
That's 120 feet.
Okay, yeah, you're in range of any goblin you want to hit. Does it
So-
require a line of sight?
No,
So you can hit anybody you want.
I want to hit the one that's fleeing.
Okay. See, the ones that's fleeing is actually fled.
He's already gone. Okay,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, he double timed it out of there. There
the
is
slow-
one hiding behind it
I'm gonna go for
that
that one.
Zarmos
The
did
one-
damage to earlier.
Yeah, I'm gonna go for that one.
Okay, roll your ranged
I
attack.
preemptively rolled it by accident. 16.
Go ahead. It hits. Roll for damage.
6 damage.
That thing's dead. What
The
happens?
same thing. I'm just out here strangling these goblins.
You're just out here strangling like the only creatures that are your height. Like apparently this is a power play for you. You're working out your work frustrations.
But it's more so that these things are clearly these 2 people who I am chaperoning are taking an aggressive stance towards these goblins, so I must kill them because that's what we're doing. That's fine. You know, I don't care that much, but you know.
I wouldn't think the leader of the cult would be that into groupthink. Yeah, okay. All right, we got
and then
another dead
bonus
goblin.
action. Bonus action. I'm going to healing word Zermos
Okay,
for
Yes.
7 HP.
wonderful.
I am back to max. Thank you.
This Zermos, you feel kind of nauseous from whatever energy is coming off Revenant, this little gnome that you just met, but physically your wounds heal, even though you feel a little nauseous from it.
Can I explain what my healing word looks like? It's quite gruesome.
Yes, you can.
Okay, so I hold out my hand and a bunch of veins start coiling above it, and then muscles start to form on top of it, and then it turns into a pair of inflating lungs. And I point at Zermos, and then the lungs start to decay, and healing energy goes towards him.
Zarmos, this is quite possibly the grossest thing you have ever experienced that did not harm you.
What the hell was that?
That laugh is out of
The
character.
goblins are also kind of freaked out. Okay.
Hold on.
I
And
don't even know whether to say thank you or to slay you where you stand.
Bro, are so
What?
bad.
We will-
and what does a 17 do to Zermos?
That's a hit.
Okay. How does an 8 feel as far as damage goes?
Ouch.
This
Not great.
goblin literally opens back up the exact same scar pattern that was just closed.
Son of a bitch.
And it chitters at you just angrily.
It's like
And
they all
it-
know.
It is Zermos' turn.
And that's the one that's right there in front of me?
That's the one right there in front of you.
Okay. All right. The little flat-headed, football-faced goblin in front of me, I'm going to use Produce Flame and set his ass ablaze.
Okay, you got your spell description in front of you.
Doop-a-doop-a-doop-boop. Produce flame. A flickering flame appears in your hand. The flame remains there for the duration and harms neither you nor your equipment. The flame sheds bright light in a 10-foot radius and dim light in an additional 10 feet. The spell ends if you dismiss it as an action or if you cast
Specifically
again.
the attacking part.
You can also attack with the flame, although doing so ends the spell. When you cast a spell or an action on a later turn, you can hurl the flame at a creature within 30 feet of you. Make a ranged spell attack. On a hit, take 1d8 fire damage.
Roll for attack.
17 plus 5.
It hit.
That's 22.
Roll your damage.
Where's my d8? I'm gonna barbecue this little son of a bitch. All right, this is a d8, I believe.
Such a bloodthirsty druid.
That is 4 points of fire
Okay.
on him.
You burn its shirt off, revealing a very creepily muscular, toned body. Like, this looks like the goblin equivalent of a bodybuilder.
You are jacked, you small little thing.
Damn right.
You are absolutely shredded, you green waste. Oh,
Weighted squats, only way to go.
Can I say something?
Yes.
Oh, what an arm wrestle that fella right there.
All right, and it is the other little goblin's turn, and he has a bow and arrow. Crossbows are fairly expensive and hard to get a hold of now, which whizzes right by your head, like on eye
Me?
level. Yep, misses. And he runs, kind of crouching behind a tent.
I hate to say this, but I'm about to set this damn tent on fire if they just keep hiding behind it.
Please no, I live there.
Not anymore.
Seems like it's counterproductive.
You can't live there if it's full of goblins.
All right, and it is now Ruin's turn. What's Ruin doing?
Well, I want to see, where is it? Exactly how close are we? So there's a goblin that's by Zermos. Is he close enough that I could sweep him? I also have my net, I realized. My offhand weapon that I could throw at him. Catch him like a
You
thing
could
in a
take
net.
a 5-foot step into there, and you could attack him directly. Would you rather do the net?
Well, I mean, it seems kind of poetic. So, yeah, let's do that.
Okay, roll for damage. Roll for damage.
I got a 6. Yes.
You swing forward on this net, and you don't even let go of the net to get it. The net just wraps around it, and you grab the other end, and you lift the goblin up, and its spear falls away. And it's like kicking and screaming and going at you.
It's okay, small one. We just need
Don't
you to
patronize
stop hurting
me.
people. I am taunting him, but pretending to be nice.
He's trying to, like, bite through
He's
the
not
net.
tall like you, Revenant. He's too small.
He's just trying to bite through the net and having a hard time of it.
And I'm gonna, like, if I have the time, like, kind of like secure the net so he can't
Like,
easily get out.
He's trying to gnaw on it with what could generously be called teeth, but only because they're in his mouth and in the approximately correct location to be teeth.
Do the goblins speak common?
No.
Oh, he doesn't understand what you're saying anyway.
Yeah, but he was yelling about the patronizing tone anyway, because he could recognize the tone.
Yeah.
Patronizing.
Yeah, I'm not subtle. That's not happening. So he for sure knows that I'm mocking him.
Yeah. All right. And that brings us back to the top of the order with Revenant.
So I really want to save my spell.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna keep throwing out chill touches. I'm gonna target the one that's not in the net.
Okay, makes sense. He's partially behind cover, but that's not going to make a big deal right now. Go ahead and roll me a ranged spell attack on that.
Yeah, that's an 18.
Okay, you hit him. Roll damage.
Oh, this is a low ball. 3 damage.
Okay, he kind of shakes off the hand. Surprises you a little bit, but he shakes it off. Zermos, it's your turn.
I see that, or am I behind the thing? I didn't see him just like wave off this like ice move.
The tent is blocking your view of the other goblin, but you know the goblin's there. And it's not an ice move, by the way. It's just poorly named.
Oh, okay. So, and then the goblin that's right in front of me is
in a net.
That one
being carried by Ruin. Yep.
All right, and I got 30
and you get
feet
the feeling that if you were to attack the one in the net, you would no longer have an ally.
She can keep her little pet. I'll move here. And I'm going to light him ablaze with a produce flame.
No need to read the spell description this time.
Oh, wait, do I have other spells?
You have other spells. Do you know your other spells?
I do, but they're more for other non-combat things.
They really are.
I haven't. Yeah, all mine are for being nice and stuff. But I do got this here cantrip that produces them flames.
Go ahead.
So I'll try and get him. He shouldn't. I tagged him earlier, and then he ran off like a coward. So I'm gonna light him up. All right, here we go. Ranged spell attack. 14.
Yeah, hits just barely.
1d8. Fire. 8.
Tell me how this happens.
So I call back to him because he's hiding over there by the tent like a coward. I'm like, and I say, Flathead, take this. And I launch a little Hadouken straight at this fool. And I catch him right in the chest, right in his little spot where I slash him and he slashed me in the same spot. And then I burn him in that
That was
spot.
the other goblin.
Well, damn it.
It's
I thought it was him.
the other goblin.
Are all goblins the same to you, Mikey?
I burned him where the other one slashed me.
Okay, you do that. And he screams, that kind of language is problematic. And, burns to death.
And then I lower my head and say, the victors write the history books.
In Goblin, I assume?
Yes.
Okay, and his little ass falls over onto the tent. Which
Well, that could be a
starts
problem.
Smoking from the wound on his chest.
Someone should really deal with that fire situation we have over there.
Someone should, Zermos.
The tent is now on fire.
Well,
In that one corner.
We're such great
We're out of
helpers.
combat. You see this guy who has gotten his ass kicked hard going,
I have a water skin.
I live there.
Can I try to try and throw water on it?
everyone relax. Can I use thaumaturgy to snuff out the flame? Or is it too big?
It's too big.
How's it too big? It just started. What?
Okay.
I just put oil on that to waterproof it yesterday.
Okay,
Can
so
I try? Was my water skin help at all? No.
You can try it. Roll me a d20.
By the way, I'm gonna steal all the weapons. I'm not gonna
19.
steal all of them, but I'm gonna confiscate all the weapons.
let's put the fire out first.
One thing at a time. Rowan,
Can I?
you successfully put the fire out.
Perfect. I was gonna cut off that piece of the
water's
tent.
skin
It's
is
minimal
super
damage.
magical.
It didn't even really break through the waterproofing.
That is a fine job waterproofing you did. It is also fireproof, it would appear. Ha! Good job, my friend.
Zermos, would you like to interrogate the one living captive we have in
That is
Goblin?
the smartest thing you've said all day. And I walk over.
I accept the backhanded compliment.
This is gonna be a thing. And I want to tower over him because how tall are goblins? Like 3.5 feet?
Yeah, like 3.5 feet.
And Zermos is standing almost double his height, probably double with the antlers. And I'm going to use my thaumaturgy now to really scare the bejesus out of him. And thaumaturgy, you might ask, is you manifest
Familiar
a
with
minor
it?
wonder.
What are you
a sign-
specifically doing with this minor wonder right now?
So if I can reference a movie about a ring and a bunch of travelers, there was a large man with a beard and a staff, and around him, when someone asked him about a certain something, the room got very dark and his voice got very, very loud. I want to do that to interrogate this small little thing.
I'll allow that, but it's going to be a little different. You're not just going to have to roll me an intimidation check. You're going to have to roll me a performance check and then an intimidation check.
Performance. Oh, pfft.
It's
In the
charisma.
bag. In the
You
bag.
say that.
Oh, that is a 19 for a 23. That's a 23. Take ya.
Okay, now you're going to have to roll me intimidation.
13 plus 4 is 17.
So, Ruin, give me a dexterity saving throw.
My goodness.
I think I did it too well.
14.
You just narrowly dodged this goblin crapping on your shoes.
Ew! Oh my gosh.
That truly is vile. That is the
Does he at
worst
least
thing.
answer your question?
I mean, honestly, man, what?
It near as you can tell, he's been eating a lot of grass because it has the consistency of daub.
What the
Oh.
hell is that?
Do they normally eat food like this? Ugh.
Do I know like any like why goblins would be eating grass?
Yeah, they're not grass eaters, are they?
They're poor and they eat whatever's available to them.
Yeah, they don't have an easy life.
And I don't think we ever asked.
I'm sorry, are you going to be investigating goblin poop? Is that what you're going to do?
Is the guy they were attacking okay?
My friend with the tent, what is your name? We've never asked.
It's understandable you wouldn't, but I'm Maricus. I'm Maricus Xanther.
Maricus. It seems we have. Oh, I got to get back to my goblin here, don't I?
Mm-hmm.
Now that I've thoroughly.
Were you
scared the
going to
poop out of him.
continue investigating this goblin?
Did he answer your question? Or did he just
Yeah.
poop?
I got so distracted by the poop, I forgot to ask the question.
Actually, what's everyone's perception?
Passive or
Passive perception.
13.
10.
13.
Okay.
10.
The goblin's gone, and the net is sliced open.
You.
I'm not okay
Forget.
with this. Do we see any sign of where he went?
Well, I mean, one person had a job to keep the goblin in the net. This is great. This is great. Thank you, Madam Ruin. Thank you.
You're welcome. I pick the net up and I toss it on to Zermos. And I say, you're welcome.
Oh, beautiful. A slice-through net. I'll use this to catch the next goblin that we're trying to interrogate. Remember when you yelled at me for using violence? So you captured one and then released him. Maybe there are 40 or 50 more goblins coming because he has escaped.
I'm going to just ignore him and go talk to Maricus. See how he's doing. I don't have time for this.
Revenant, come with me.
All right.
And I'm going to turn my shoulder and let her talk to them, and then I want to hang out with Revenant.
He is trying to tear the hem of his shirt so he has something to staunch the blood on his forehead with, which he's having a hard time doing because he has one arm.
I'm going to help tend his wound. I have no medicine skill, but I could probably more easily staunch his blood.
Okay. Yeah, he appreciates the effort and says as much. I appreciate the effort. And
You are welcome. Why did these goblins attack you? Are you okay?
they wanted my tent.
Well, you were really, I know you don't feel great, but you did a good job fighting them off. Like, there's a lot of them, and they seem
Oh
pretty
no, I just
skilled.
laid down so that they wouldn't attack me.
Well, you did a good job of shouting for help then.
That was out
Do
of
you- do
pain,
you need any
actually.
help?
I think they got me in the stomach.
Oh, no.
And looks
Which-
down
is it,
and like sure
wounded?
enough there's blood just gushing down. I didn't want to say anything. I didn't want to be a bother. I'm sorry.
I hear him say that, and my ears perk up. I turn and I can come over and I will attempt to heal.
Okay, what are you attempting to heal with? Medicine?
I have cure wounds. A creature you touch regains a number of hit points equal to 1d8 plus your spellcasting ability modifier. The spell has no effect on undead or constructs. Will that help him?
That will help him a lot. So roll.
6. Oh wait,
It's
6
okay,
plus
that is-
what's my spellcasting modifier? Plus 3, 9 points.
Oh, I haven't felt this good in a long time. Thank you.
That's the most useful thing you've done today, Zermos. Well
And
done.
he washes the blood out of his face.
Yeah, congratulations, Zermos, finally doing something helpful.
If you will all recall, I did light that last goblin ablaze. It is not my fault that he fell into the tent.
You nearly set the goddamn forest on fire.
I'm just saying, you've done something that's actually helpful.
As
Thank
I
you.
always say at times like these, let's all just let the leaves fall as they may.
Is that a saying?
What does it even mean?
It'll make sense later, trust.
Well, I don't really have anything I could give you guys. The tent's really all I have. So, thanks for helping with that.
Kill him well met.
I'd invite you in for tea, but
Yeah,
I don't have
noticed
tea
that you
either.
have one arm. Was that from the goblins, or did that happen earlier?
And he looks at his arm, and the sleeve has been neatly hemmed to accommodate the fact that he only has one arm.
I stand there looking at him straight face like I don't see that.
And he just looks at you back and says, "Never noticed that happen before. It's completely new to me."
Well, it seems that you have two perfectly working legs. So I have a donkey on the hill over there. If you could just use your one good arm and both of your good legs and help push my cart up this godforsaken hill, that would be one way you could help us.
Sir, you do not need to do that.
Leave this man alone. We'll help you. We don't
He
need that.
asked how he could help. I gave a way to help.
No, I was just being polite.
No. We're not doing
I
that.
do not understand this.
I'm gonna give him a like 3 coppers that I have, just to be like, I hope this helps you on your way.
I live here.
No, I mean in life, because you have to buy things. You fix your tent.
I don't go into towns.
I'm
Okay.
gonna flick him a gold.
That's weird.
I don't have any use for that.
Now that is curious. Why do you not go into town?
Very weird.
I don't think it's a good idea. Just
Why not?
it's best if people just leave me be.
Now, see, first I thought you were just a recluse like myself, but you seem to have an aversion to going where people might see your face. Is there something you're not telling us?
There's always something somebody's not telling you. It doesn't mean it's any of your damn business.
Oh, I want to fucking sense. What is it? What's the thing? This dude's lying. What is he? What do I roll?
Sense, motive, investigate. I'm with you. Can I provide an assist?
Inside.
On this?
Insight. I'm inciting this dude right in his face.
Can I like give him advantage?
You can do that.
I rolled 2.
All right.
All right, I rolled
Yep.
1, and it wasn't great.
Roll
So I
again.
rolled the second one now.
Roll better.
And
It wasn't better.
We say to use a better number.
And
I got
what
a,
is
I got a 4, and then I rolled again, and then I got a 1. So I'll take the 4. So that's a 7.
you think he just kind of wants to be left alone?
Well, as far as I can tell, this man is telling the truth.
Look, I appreciate your help, but really, it's just best for everyone that I don't go near anybody, okay? And I don't want to go into it.
Can I peek inside the tent and see if there's anything I see that's out of like that looks, I don't know, like an evil god or something out of place and weird?
Human sacrifices.
It looks like
Human sacrifices, goblin
it
sacrifices.
looks like a straw mattress and a pillow that just looks a rock that just looks pillow enough shaped to be used as one, and a fishing pole.
So it's just kind of pathetic.
Pathetic and kind of angry about it, near as you can tell.
Right, let's leave the con man alone. Let's leave the con man alone. Right.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go back to your donkey.
Well, it seems that everyone else is giving gifts, so I will also give you a gift. Have this, friend. And I hold my hand out and I give him 1 pine nut.
And he looks at it. This is the most useful thing anybody has given me today.
Well,
Thank you.
What can I say? And as I always say when I depart from people, let the leaves fall where they may. And I just turn and I'm walking back.
Are you trying to make that a thing?
I think he's made it a thing already.
I don't respond. I don't respond. I just keep walking.
Okay. And who has the highest passive perception?
I think me and Revenant are tied at 13. Oh no.
When you get out of earshot, this guy goes into his tent and you can hear him crying.
Revenant, do you hear that?
Yeah, I hear it. He's having a good cry. Probably because you burnt his tent.
Well, maybe it's the fact that I saved his life and he's just so grateful that he's overcome with joy.
Nah, yeah, I'm sure that's it, mate.
I guess we'll never know.
You know what?
Best to leave
I
him
need
be.
a drink. I need a drink. I don't know what you two are doing, but when we get up into town, let's us 3 just have a drink, okay? Settle down for a bit, then I'll send you on your way.
I could do that. I just have to find a cart rate.
All of this saving the day has made me quite thirsty.
Let's go help your donkey.
Okay. And that seems like a good place to take a break. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed watching it even half as much as we enjoyed making it. If you did, please consider supporting us on Patreon. And if not, you can just tell us about how much we suck in the comments.